I'm Brandon Henry with the Morgan Show, and today we have a special guest from the lacrosse team. Can you introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is Kobe Johnson. I play on the Morgan State lacrosse team, and yeah, we got a championship coming up. Hope y'all come out and support.
All right. Kobe, can you elaborate on the growth of the lacrosse team since 2020 and the publicity that y'all have been getting so far?
Yeah, just thinking back to where we started from to where we are now, um, it's really inspiring. Just the amount of perseverance my teammates have shown, and the amount of growth the teammates and coaches have shown all throughout the year, all throughout the years, has just been really impressive to see. Um, After COVID, like, the club was completely wiped out. Like, financially, we lost all our materials, all of our balls, equipment, everything. So like, it was kind of like starting from square one. But like I said, the support from my teammates and the coaches is just like, it's changed my life for the better, and it's just like really exciting to see the growth.
All right. And y'all are currently 7-1. Y'all rank second in the next collegiate league. Talk about some of the key factors that have led y'all to such success.
Oof. Well, I will say this offseason, Coach Skylar Hargrave, he's done a tremendous job, like, getting us in the best physical shape possible in terms of like getting our speed up, acceleration, change of direction, overall conditioning has been a huge night and day difference from last year, as well as like our stick work and our IQ. Like, he's really pushed us in practice to get better. And the guys, like I said, the perseverance my teammates have shown, keep coming out to those practices week after week, even though we be out there dying and really be out there pushing ourselves. Like, I will say the biggest change that we've seen from last year, our work ethic is better.
And with that work ethic and all of the new members that y'all have there been any expectations that you have set on this season? And have y'all met them?
Well, yeah, like going into this season, going into the season, we wanted to have the perfect undefeated season. You know, we go in, beat everybody, win the championship without losing. But we faced like some serious roadblocks. Like game one, two of our top scorers, including myself and my teammate Charles Pitt, the second, we both went down with an injury early in the season. So it put a lot of pressure on the other guys to really step up and really take the lead of the offense. But like I said, the perseverance and growth from my teammates this season has been amazing to see. Want to shout out my guy Jaden Scott the growth that Jaden has put in from last year, man. I'm very proud of him, in particular, like, but a lot of guys all across the board have stepped up since we've been injured, and you know, offensively we're getting it done, defensively we're getting it done. Our goalies have been great. Pablo and Davon have been lights out this year, and yeah, it's all hands on deck type season. All hands on deck.
All right. And like I said, y'all are 7-1. Y'all lost to Delaware State last season in the championship game, and then y'all only lost this season. Assuming y'all play each other again in the championship game, what are some things that y'all look to change to lead y'all to a win?
It's a good question. Really just about getting out to a lead. Every time we play them, they get like in the first or second quarter, they get a lot of momentum, and a lot of times we find ourselves having to fight back. But the keys to the games this weekend and the games next weekend versus Delaware State, just to get out to a lead and hold it.
All right, and on a closing note, what are some things about the team or even you that you may want people that are watching this to know?
That's a good question. For the people watching, I want you guys to know, like, when you see your friend going to lacrosse practice and when you see guys really caring about this team, like, it's because what we're trying to do is not just for us. It's like for the next generations. If you look at the history of Morgan State, when you start with the 10 Bears in 1970, all the way till now, you can actually see, like, you know, if Morgan State kept the lacrosse program going as strong as it was in 1970, I think the game of lacrosse today would be a lot different. It'd be a lot more diverse, and Morgan State would be one of the strongest and most powerful lacrosse teams in the country. But because of financial shortcomings and because of, you know, just overall neglect to the lacrosse program here at this school, it's led us to, you know, having to start from square one, you know, after COVID. But everybody on the team, all the coaches, all the players, all of our supporters, we really want Morgan State to be NCAA once again. And and that's what we're working towards. We really want to be NCAA again.
All right. Just to elaborate on that really quickly, I remember back in 1970, y'all beat a lot of top-ranked teams. That has
Yeah.
been one of y'all mottos with the return to glory thing with the lacrosse team.
Yeah.
And can you elaborate a little bit more on what that means with the return to glory and what y'all plan to do with that moving forward?
That's a great question, man. Like, I just get excited thinking about it. I mean, just the history and the story of the Morgan State lacrosse team from the 1970s. To me, one of the most inspiring stories of Black history that I've ever read, that I've ever come across, and the fact that it started here at Morgan State is it's really crazy. And I mean, the amount of obstacles they overcame back in 1970 just to play, just to come to practice, just to, stay alive. Like, it was really hard for those players back then. You can even read some of the stories from the 10 Bears book written by Dr. Miles Harrison. But the amount of success that they've gotten from 1970 to 1975, literally from starting from square one in 1970 to beating the #1 seed in the country, and 5 years later, it's like, it's an amazing story of greatness and like perseverance, and just, if you want it and you want to make it happen, just work towards it and it can happen.
All right. And with all of that, and you being one of the people that brought the team back, would you view yourself as one of the icons or the staples as far as Morgan State's lacrosse program?
Currently, right now, I wouldn't say that. I mean, we've got so many guys on this team who are like, they got more stats than me. They're out there playing more than me because, I've been on the sideline injured for most of the season. So I definitely wouldn't say that. I mean, we have a lot of new stars that weren't even a part of this organization last year. And it's so many guys I could name right now. I don't even want to start because I'm going to forget about some people. It's just so many people who have been part of this amazing journey and amazing progress that we've had.
All right. And I definitely understand that as far as y'all being a powerhouse as of recent. And I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. This has been Brandon, Henry, and Kobe Johnson with The Morgan Show. Be soon to tune in to our last episode next week.